Hello everyone, Duke here with part 1 of a new series for this channel. We are jumping into another Total War game, perhaps predictably by this point, but I seem to have gotten the bug. But we are jumping now into what I would certainly rate is the hardest game in the series. Definitely, for me, the hardest one in the series. That's Attila, Total War Attila. This came out 2015, I believe, and was a sequel to Rome 2 and a spiritual successor to Barbarian Invasion, I suppose you could say. I've been human and Arwing because just like Rome 2, it has a really good selection of factions from which to choose, and a couple of expansions. But I've decided for the first campaign on this channel, I would try and complete some unfinished business with the Jutes. I say unfinished business because, years ago, I tried these guys out and I just could not do it. I found them a really difficult starting position. So I'm tempted this time to just abandon trying to hang on to this part of the world and go a-sailing and go exploring and maybe find our fortune elsewhere before returning at the end to reclaim our homeland. We're going to be playing on very hard. We'll see how we go, for better or worse. It might even end in a defeat. It might be so hard that I can't do it. And, it ends in absolute defeat. Who knows? But if it does, then that's the way it will be. But we're going to try as the Jutes. They're a Viking Raider faction. They're part of the Viking Forefathers DLC. So they get 75% income from sacking, looting and raiding, which to me, it's not great. I don't think that's a fantastic faction ability. Despoilers, extra income for every enemy unit destroyed, so we want to run down units in battle. And 200% income for raising settlements. Not bad, but that's not going to be the basis of our economy, to be raiding and raising settlements. It's not as good as who has it? Is it the Danes? Yeah, the Danes have the best one. Immune to sea sickness and immune to high seas attrition. That is overpowered as all heck once you're out at sea. You can take on anybody in the world, you'll always win. Because high seas attrition and seasickness is awful, especially seasickness. It just makes even an elite army just pants. I can't remember the geese. I think they're immune to snow attrition, which is also amazing. These guys, the Jutes who we're playing as, definitely have the worst faction trait. They're more raiders, and I'm not really a raider. But anyway, our victory conditions: survive, as always, control 30 settlements by direct ownership or through military allies and tributary states. That's quite a lot. That is quite a lot. We won't be doing that quickly. We've got to maintain Scanza. If we do abandon this part of the world and go exploring, we're going to have to return at some point. That's basically what it means. We're going to want to loot or sack 4 different settlements. That's doable. Research tank technologies. That will definitely happen. We can earn 5,000 from income easy. We'll just do that over time. Maintain 60 units in total, and I believe that includes a 20 naval unit. So we basically want 3 full stacks by the end of the game. So yeah, I'm going to go for minor victory. We'll see about these later ones, but these just get ridiculously difficult toward the end, and that, they can make the campaign extremely long. So we'll definitely have our sights on a minor victory. So without further ado, let's get going. This time I'll play I can't remember what the intro videos are like, so I'll play it this time, and then what the advisor says. I can't remember what it says. Oh, in terms of actually, I'll go into what mods I'm using later. But in a nutshell, right now, I'm not using anything that changes the game. They're all UI and stuff and patches, stuff like that. But anyway, I won't bore you that right now. Let's get stuck in with the Jutes, the Germanic pagan lot on Jutland. Let's go.
The air was filled with smoke and blood. Rome was weak. The tribes grew in strength and number. Their roots went deep, and they felt the earth's blood pounding through the land. Their borders were threatened, for a great storm raged in the east. One by one, the tribes scattered as seeds in the wind. behold a red horse, and power was given to him that sat thereon to take peace from the earth. The blood of their kin would be avenged. Great hunters, they tempered their blades in Roman blood, and saw their once mighty walls reduced to dust. They made ready for war.
Pretty cool.
The world is changing. A lasting cold creeps from the north, and you must seek opportunities south of your homelands if you are to survive and prosper. Take to the seas and explore nearby shores, for the local tribes will be no match for your warriors. The plunder they bring home will line the coffers for the trials ahead. The exploration and conquest of distant lands, of corrupt empires grown weak through years of infighting, and of petty tribes without the strength or will to fight. By sea or by land, the South is yours for the taking. Triumph, and they will sing songs of your deeds until the end of days.
Okay, right, we have our work cut out here. So, that's one preparation, they made ready for war. So we've got to survive till spring 400, which I believe is 20 turns. And as a reward we get 2,000 florins, I'm guessing it is. And as part of that thing, so each chapter has the main objective, which is always just survive. And you get bonus objectives, which kind of guide you in a direction. I find these sometimes actually not a good idea to follow, because they can sometimes make you make decisions that make the campaign harder. For example, be at war with the following faction, Saxons. Sure, that sounds good, but the Saxons are really tough. So, what else is there? Research. We can do that. We can research labour service. Loot or sack 5 different settlements. Well, that means stepping on the toes of at least 5 different people. So let's avoid that. Loot or sack. Yeah. So flare them. So go to all the Franks, whoever they are, and the Angles. Again, not a brilliant idea. So I think we'll play it easy here. So in terms of mods we're playing with, I mentioned mods. It's mostly just. You can see that I've got a bit of a neat UI thing. That's just a little UI interface thing. I've got, I think, coloured unit cards. That's for me. It's just so I can tell more at a glance who's what. So if I glance at an army, I can be like, okay, they've got some archers, some swords, spears, cavalry. That's what it is for me. And you probably saw the advisor was a different look, because I didn't really like the original one. And what else? Oh yeah, I think I've got coloured icons. Are there coloured icons in this? Hopefully. I think there are. It's hard to tell at this point. Forces. I can't really tell where. But I've got a coloured icon mod, whether or not it works. And I've got the unofficial community patch, which is meant to fix some of the bugs in the game and whatever that needed fixing but never got patched out. So I've got that too. But nothing that changes the game itself. The game works as it always has. This is the base game with some graphical and patchy work done on it, basically. So, without further ado, let's do some research. So that's the one we're supposed to research right now. We can do that if it gets us some more money. And what 5% wealth from agricultural buildings. Agriculture. So in this game, fertility is a huge deal. Land is not created equal in this game. We are definitely in one of the most infertile, I think, places on the map. There's a way to check. There'll be a fertility filter. Fertility, here we go. So right now it looks okay. It looks like we're poor, as in, it could be worse, right? We could be infertile. Well, we will be, because there's climate change in this game to reflect how the climate did change right about this time. And there are areas that start off as rich, but by the end of the game, nowhere will be rich, and these sort of border regions where we are will be infertile. So they won't make any money and they won't make any food. So we don't want to depend on agriculture. We need industry, and I guess raiding, I suppose. But the first thing to do right now, I suppose, is... The question is, do we build up Alabu just a little bit? Because I'm wondering if we do want to go raiding and exploring and find a new homeland elsewhere, maybe in Spain or North Africa. That would be quite cool. But we're not strong enough to do that right now, and it would be such a perilous journey from the very top of the map all the way to the very south. We'd have to go through the Franks, we'd have to go through the Saxons, we'd have to go through the Romans, who are going to be no pushovers. Yeah, the Saxons don't seem to mind us, so definitely no reason to go to war with them. Franks do not like us. Raiding or blockading Franks? There must have been some historical thing, because we haven't done anything. So, Geats like us, that's good. These guys, I don't know about you guys, I find the Geats always steamroll this part of the map. They always become extremely strong because they have such a defendable base, and it's a good city, and they're immune to snow attrition, so they always just turn out top dogs around this part of the world. So we want to get on their good sides.
We have need of talk, I'm sure.
Maybe we can get
we also need good...
Yeah, let's get a defensive alliance with them. I think that's smart. And these Danes...
Greetings!
Maybe...
Plainly and without idle... We have
How about...
goods, and you doubtless have much that we would find desirable.
Nice. Alright, if you don't want an alliance, I'll just take your money. Okay, there's no way the Angles and the Franks are going to agree to trade. I won't humiliate myself. So the power page. So the Jutes. In this game, unlike in most games where you imagine you want to be as powerful as you can, in Attila it rewards balance. You want to be here. We're too high technically right now. We're suffering a public order penalty. Everywhere has its goods and bonuses. So you get some insane benefits and drawbacks at either end. Like public order 7, but integrity -4. That's crippling. And tax rate 16% minus. That's awful. And up here, it'll be the opposite. You get more tax and more integrity, but you're so powerful that people think you're a bit of a dictator. So we want to be here. So it means we have to spend a bit of control. I've never worked this out fully. The politics. I'm going to be making this up as I go. Don't come to me for like information. But we'll see how we do. But basically, we want to have influential family members and spend the excess, I suppose, and maybe adopt people who are powerful. We'll see. And who should we put in charge of Scanza? Let's put our son in charge of Scanza for now, because governors get influence slowly and more easily. Okay. Oh yeah, so a bit more about us. We are. Let's have a look at the summary page. We own one region. We're destitute, and we own no provinces. Amazing start. 100% genomic pagan. Terrible religion, I think. What does it do? +1 army recruitment capacity. Naff. I think when we find this even slightly better religion, we'll change to it. We need to have a substantial following of it in our empire in order to change to it. So that's not going to happen anytime soon, as you can see. In a way, the best one is actually... I think the best one is probably like the Slavic one. That's an insanely good one. But... we could try migrating there. Nah, the Huns all spawn around here. That's asking for trouble. Why don't we... Okay, so we likely won't expand just yet. What we can do... This is probably the best one because it's so infertile here. So fertility affects how much food you make and how much money your places make, your farms make. Fields are less about money and more about food. But that's not making much. So that makes 48 food total to my eye. This makes 52, this goat herd, which is a mix between the two. And this one is all about money and less about food. And it makes the most money and also gives us Nordic motivators. So I think we'll go with that. And we'll make up more food with the fishing jetty. Squalor is terrible, as is most things in this game. Squalor, we don't want that to go negative because we get a chance therefore every turn of getting disease, and that's not good. It affects growth and happiness. And also, every region has to be self-sustaining in food. It's not like Rome 2 where you can have an overall surplus and be okay. Everywhere needs to be self-sufficient. Well, it doesn't need to be, but, you know, you'll incur the wrath of the gods if you don't. So, let's actually expand this. What's the sanitation like? 0. Okay, so if we're going to build up anything, we're going to need some more hygiene. So we need to get a well. So we'll get a well here. And yeah, the Germanic roster is pretty underwhelming, I must say. I don't really like the early one. I haven't played many of them, but I find them pretty naff, if I am being frank, unless I'm using them incorrectly. Not many mercenaries here either. There's an Onager, but that'll be, yeah, that'll tank our economy. Just that mercenary Onager could drain our economy by itself, so we won't be getting that. There's not an awful lot to do here. I don't think there's not even much diplomacy to do. I could send the navy out to go exploring a little bit, I suppose. I'll move that a little quicker. Is there a forced march dance in this game? Yeah, let's do that. Let's go exploring a little bit, see if we can meet some new neighbours. And yeah, I think I'll just end the turn. Ooh, the air conditioner needed. That's fair. So this is our Germanic one of them anyway. We get 2% civic development research rate. Get a public order bonus. So we get it maxed out, the public order bonus, because we're fully Germanic pagan. That's rubbish. We don't need an army recruitment capacity. We don't need to spread religion. I'll go with the growth one. I think growth is good. So I'm just going to turn. I can't think of an awful lot to do at this point. Okay, so the Saxons are starting the raiding of the coast of the British Isles. Looks like we start at war with the Western Roman Empire, which means that we could go a raiding on their lands. Geeks and Varynians are at war. Imagine if it's the Geeks that had declared war, because otherwise we would have been dragged into it with the defensive alliance. So, that works for me. I don't want to declare war on anyone just yet. A military jetty would be amazing, but we can't afford the squalor. So, actually, I suppose we can. Viking Raiders. How good are they? Here they are. They're quite good. Okay, so we definitely want to. I think for now we want to go the way of the pasture. But we're going to need food because that's not going to make an awful lot of it. So I think. And this makes us money. So I think we should go with that. I would like a military one because it does unlock the best, obviously, military ships. But that isn't a priority right now. Or maybe it is. Maybe I'm playing wrong. You know? This is a hard game. This is one where you can't make decisions lightly. Saxons are doing well so far. Hengist has raided Camalodunum. I'm going to do much more, but I keep saving my pennies as best I can. Maybe build up a bit of a war chest. If we can build up a bit of a war chest before we become a possible migratory faction, that would also work. And how it works in this game as well. Say I took...
Our offer is fair and honourable.
Sorry, one
By
sec.
the gods, all will be as we agree here.
Are they demanding... I can never work out what way it's going. Are they demanding my daughter, or are they demanding I marry their daughter? Either way, I'll take it. I think it's good to have good relationships with the Geats. They're basically our protector, I think, at this point in the game. So how does it work in this game? So there's most factions in this game, apart from like great empires, will become migratory if you take their last region. So say we thought of a preemptive strike against the Angles and took that town somehow, they would become a migratory faction and they could still be a major threat, and they get displaced and they'd theoretically move on, either attack us or move into Rome. Same with the Franks. So we can't think too much about, if we just move in there, take that town, we destroy them. No, we've got to be careful. Yeah, as is pretty usual, Western Rome is under attack from most of its neighbours. Nothing out of the usual there. Where is this the way to? Oh, that was. Just trying to figure out where the. Oh, that's the livestock. That's where we get livestock herds. Okay, so we want to go there. So we just unlocked a few buildings so far. Nothing great. researching more research builds up your Imperium in this game. It's inevitable to avoid Imperium increases, so just embrace it and accept that it sucks. Okay, yeah, they were marrying our daughter, so that's fine. She wasn't amazing based on the stats. And yeah, end the turn again. Really not much. Oh yeah, I forgot to move the. I'm terrible for that. I really, really am. I always forget to move my armies and stuff when they're like off the screen. Oh well. I guess there's three possible areas we can broadly go if we did up sticks. We could go to Britain, which isn't very far, but quite secure, but will be fiercely guarded by all the Celtic factions. We can go to Spain, which is wealthy and pretty defensive, but also very well defended by a lot of Roman cities. Or we could head to Africa, which would be quite cool, but I think, well, it would be good, but I think it's also quite well defended there. We could even go all the way far east, but that's really asking for it. This is a lot harder to settle in because the Eastern Roman Empire and the Sassanids, neither of them are pushovers. They're very strong. Okay, Scans is having an unseasonably cold winter, hence the negative. So you can see there, so the squalor's been boosted down a bit because of the bad winter, which means that so the difference there between our current sanitation and the squalor is -2. Oh, was that a chance of 3%? I thought that would mean 2%. No, I lose track. I can never remember. So, let's... That gives us more sanitation, gives us more room to play with buildings. Okay. Can we trade with the Danes? Oh yeah, we are trading with the Danes. And we're weaker than them. This is a strength ranking, which does help us see who's wise to go to war with. Franks are strong, Caledonians are not. Angles about 1 and 1. Oh wait, and our navy. Yeah, let's move that a bit. Sometimes it's good to uncover cities just so you can keep up to date with what happens to them. Okay. Go. Alright, our son has... Ooh. Oh, we haven't got any commercial buildings, so no point getting that built up. Let's level his stats up a bit. Yeah, it gets cutting up, that would be good. And a reduction in construction costs is it's never going to be a no from me. Right, the Danes have left their homeland undefended, but
Your men
oh my.
will turn the enemy's bowels to water. Come, aid us in this war, I beg.
I mean, I'm half tempted to join just because I'm hardly likely to see them, any of these guys. I don't know how they've ended up at war with them. I guess that's the Viking way. Just, this is all Eastern Roman stuff, so Lasico and Novatia are over here. So, I might just do it. I'll just take the money. We're unlikely to ever see those guys, so that's no problem. And this game, unlike nearly all the Total War games, is not about fast empire building. In fact, a lot of the early game you'll spend kind of turtling. So we're not going to be expanding quickly. I'm sure there are some good players at this game who can generally go straight away, can just start expanding and do really well. And I'm in awe of that. But that won't be what we do, because that's not where my skill set is. And I wonder if we actually could have a chance of attacking that settlement and getting some money. raising it maybe. But these are tough units. What are our units? Oh, we're very small units. Nah, I don't think we could win that. Nah, I don't think we would. Roman units are tough. That's one thing the Romans have going for them in this game. They have really, really tough units. Okay, still not much to do here, really. I think once I've built this town up as much as I can, that's when I'll start to recruit. Not much to do here. No. Off go the Geats. See what I mean? I've already got 2 full stacks straight away. Maybe even 3. As a third army, it's not full. Right. I suppose we could be really mean and go and take their capital, but they'd just turn around. Like I say, it doesn't mean that they die. They just become a migratory faction. And that's not to say they haven't taken another town already anyway. You know, they might have more than one town now. Okay, appearance gone up. The only thing it does is increase the number of things we can field, but it also reduces our reputation a bit. Yeah, I think I will get the livestock up. I think being able to get Viking raiders will be really helpful. Okay, that'll consume a bit of food, but it will give us Nordic pikemen and warhounds. Well, I'm not going to sniff at that. Normally I don't find myself upgrading towns, but since we're just one settlement and we're fairly self-sufficient at this point with the fishing jetty, I think that's a fair trade-off. Right, the Geats still only have one region. What's the garrison? Pretty bad, actually. But like I said, they can and will just turn around and come get it back. So, no. So it is tempting, but I'm very hard. I don't think we'd survive it. Okay. Pretty uneventful first few turns. Quite usual, I find, in these games. In most Total War games, most of it is just getting your economy up, doing a bit of diplomacy, a bit of research. Geeks are up to no good. If these guys did move all their armies over here and settled here, I would be tempted to actually stay put and try and take Skanza. Because if we can get, this is a really secure home base if you can conquer it, but it's just so hard if you're not the Geats. Because that's a really hard town to take. Ooh, Garmentia and Eastern Rome. That war. Okay. Can't afford the dikes just yet.
Thirsty for battle.
Still not much to do. Can get Nordic raiders though. That's good.
Ready for battle.
More now mounted Nordic raiders, that is. Oh, it's so tempting to go and take that. I shouldn't, and I don't think I will, but that is really tempting. Let's just keep exploring around here. Just, scout out a few towns. I might go look down here, go visit these guys. Because if we see them, we might be able to trade them. I know there's a... I can't remember what faction it is, but yeah, there's a little faction on the west of Mauritania. Desert faction. Right, let's go say hello. Looks like integrity is going down. Not too sure why. It might be because of our Imperium. Nemorians, that's who they are. That's right. Right, can we trade with them?
I will do you the honor of looking.
Oh, fine. Ooh. Someone's being attacked.
Yes.
Phew. And here we are, still stuck in Scanza. Right, are the geeks popular? The Franks don't like them. Rome certainly doesn't like them, but we don't want to be popular with Rome because that makes us unpopular with the world. I just wonder if we're going to war with the geeks, how many people would hate us for it? The Danes are pretty strong, and they might might have something to say about it.
Ready for orders.
Because if we go to war, then we'll get a diplomacy penalty for going to war with an ally. But yeah, they've settled over there.
Ready for battle. Are you ready to do your duty to the tribe? After battle, there is no fight.
We'll get an army ready, maybe we could try it. That's really easy to take, I think. Yeah, that could work. He's just sailing someone back. I think that's a navy. So we want to do, if we're going to do anything, we want to do it before they get back. Because as well, if we did lose Alibu for a bit, having Scanza, Herfelsholt is Herefelsholt will be much more defendable. Okay, that's a navy. They're much easier to defend against. Alibu's got an all-right garrison. It might just be okay, especially if we upgrade. You know, get one more upgrade here. That'd give a much better garrison. Will they be able to make it next turn back home? Yes. So we want to get. We're going to do it. We're going to want to do it this turn. Or they sit there. So they might not even come back and avenge us, because they've got a homeland there now, technically. They might just want to stay there. It seems weird to go into war with our neighbours, but... Because we shouldn't really be going to war with each other, we should be going to war with the Romans, but I can't deny how tempting that is. Geeks, who else are they at war with? The Varinians. The Varinians might like us for it. I think they're about here somewhere. So if we could take that and then all of Scanza, we'll be in a much better position to expand along this way. If we're going to attack there quickly, we're going to want to do it by sea, which means attrition, seasickness. Let's try it. Okay, odds look good. We have seasickness. We could even just auto-resolve it. It's not a very exciting battle. Nordic light marauders and an artillery crew. Yeah, we want to stay away from that because that will hurt. That can sink our ship straight off the bat. Okay. Let's fight on the battlefield. We've got some cavalry which will be able to disembark and fight straight away on the ground, which will be helpful. What we're going to want to do with everyone else is sail them into the city and maybe even try and take the city centre before they can realise what's happened to them. Hrefnesholt. Hrefnesholt. Yes, I will do that in case they fire 5 projectiles on our ships and we're attacking the rain. These horsemen, they can go anywhere. Yeah, we'll have them attack here, and we'll try and destroy that gatehouse and flood in from this side. Meanwhile, let's have some attack from the side. So, you group. I can already imagine there's a few watching just like, what are you doing, Duke? Why on earth are you attacking the Geats? And you're probably right. This is probably a stupid decision, but I just could not pass up that opportunity. That's definitely the best city in this part of the map. So if we can take it, all the better for us. Well, anyway, I think the first orders we give should be with these units because we need to get onto ground quick. I think. Put that there. But I'll land the 2 archers about there. And I'll have these guys. Ah, look at this! Look how smart! Look, that is really helpful. These guys have got these guys working enough. They've put 2 whole units here. That's like half their garrison. Okay, what are they firing on here?
The enemy has been sighted.
Okay, so we're 1 ship down already. That's a shame. This Nordic levy, it's nothing we can't replace. As long as it's not our general, I'll take it. Right. You guys will buy us time while we land on the sea.
Nothing remains of this unit now.
I'm not surprised. The AI has extremely high accuracy. I find and very hard difficulty. They will take a couple of ships before we get to the shore. So it's going to be 100% accuracy hit every time. There's nothing we can do about that. We've just got to accept it. This is part of what makes this game good. We've got 2 units pinned down there. They've probably got 1 on there. We're going to get 3 ships now onto sea. Yeah, see, another hit. Beautiful shooting from the AI. Absolutely amazing. If it were my unit, no chance. No chance would we be hitting any of them. So that's what makes it fair. Oh, unlucky. Actually, no. You guys fight. You guys keep trying to land. Right, let's move everyone in. Arrow towers in this game are horrific. Oh, oh dear. Okay. This isn't going too well so far. Right, it looks like, oh wow, they saw us coming a mile away. They knew exactly what we were going to do. Our bowmen are in trouble. They've landed right in front of some spears. They kept them ambushed, in ambush position, which was smart. So, oh! Looks like they managed to hit another one of our units. Hopefully the general will be able to take them out.
Our men have rallied.
Wow, these units are really tough. Yeah. I don't think we win this. There's just too many... We'll see, we'll see. Let's get this ship on there. I've got the general attacking the artillery. Should be able to win that. Yeah, let's destroy this tower. Much more. Nice.
The men are broken and are fleeing.
Okay, this is going too well actually. Okay, so they read my mind. Knew exactly where I was going to land my units. But at least we've got these two pinned down here. So let's just try and move them to the city centre. That should give us the win. Right, let's get sailing again. Try and land on this coast. We can't seem to move right now. That's a worrying sight. I think he's withdrawing. Okay, fine. Alright, let's just keep moving on to the city centre. Oh, nice. Fire on them.
Our men are rallying. They're not done yet.
Let's see if we can fire onto them a little bit. Ah, general's come back. Excellent, he rallied. Let's try and land before these units catch up. Not getting any kills yet with our archers. Yeah, on very hard difficulty your missiles become pretty ineffective, i.e. they won't kill anything. Let's get the general moving. Let's have him move toward the city centre. This is just 4 units. Imagine we're facing an entire Yi army. We'd have no chance.
A victory point is almost within our grasp.
Wonder where they're sending their navy. Looks like the spears are gone. Let's get moving. Right, so this is victory point. So once we own this, we need to own this for 2.5 minutes. I think a victory point is worth a second, basically. So for every second that goes by and we own it, that goes down. So we want to own it for 2.5 seconds. I wish. 2.5 minutes, and the rest will be ours. So let's speed things up. There's another speed unit. Okay. Let's try and move these guys away. Oh, I've got so many units, more than I thought.
Running, cowards.
Right, we'll fast forward a little bit, and it takes a while to actually capture the victory point, but once you get it, well, once we get it, it should spell the end. So, here we go.
The enemy's victory point is ours now.
So having some cavalry there was good because it had them pinned down there, and they've dumped their navy here, which is alright by me. I don't think that's going to get to the city centre in time. I guess it's somewhat in keeping with a kind of Viking forefather way. I think the tribes around this time, you know, the Scandinavian Germanic peoples were warring all the time. There we go, we win. Yeah, definitely was close. Closer than I would have liked. But yeah, so it's kind of in keeping that we're just going to war their neighbour after signing an alliance of some kind. They definitely lost 3 units to the sea, so they will be gone, but they're nothing we can't replace. Unfortunately, they didn't shoot at our general, otherwise that would have been really bad, because that was our king. And we're just going to occupy it. I'm not going to burn it or raise it or anything like that. So we're going to occupy. It's going to be a long term, okay, a bit of provincial instability, but Because if we sack it, that will also affect this place here. This is province-wide effects. And I'm not going to raise it, no way. Loot and occupy, I never do. What should occupy?
The sea peppers.
And this is a goat house. Can convert it, which I think we will do. Military jetty. Might get out of the artisan. It does give us Nordic bands, but is there anything that increases cunning? Because cunning's really bad. Yeah, that one. We'll do that. Okay, I'm just going to save Jutes 1. Okay, so excellent. Okay, so we're going to have a really negative oomph from the conquest on the public order. Instability will go away slowly. Difficulty level -4. Devastation, which is all these buildings being damaged, affects it. So it should tidy up fairly soon. It's not affected us too badly on the world stage. There's no way the geeks like us anymore. I'm going to try and convert that into one of these. What is it? Let's have a look. Yeah, because these make more money and we don't need the food as much right now. So I might keep that as a military one. I'll see. We have to repair it before we can do anything to it. I'm wondering if we do want to keep this, because as good as it is, it's heavy squalor. It does make 300 industry. If we repaired it, we could turn it into. We could turn it into a smithy and get some Nordic Axe warband. That'd be very good. They are actually quite good. Oops, just realised I'm dismantling it, not repairing it. Not yet. What we're going to do, I'm going to make this a commercial one, and then the next time we upgrade, I'll put an industry one in there. That's what I'll do. We've got to pace ourselves. This place makes wood, so we could get a timber yard, but all it does is make timber. It's not all that great, so I don't think I'll bother. Right, so let's start replacing some of these units. Can these guys merge? Yeah, let's do that. 1, 2, 3. And I'm going to get some skirmishers, I think, because those archers were PANTS. These guys are more than twice the upkeep, but I'm trying to see what makes them that much better. I suppose they have some stats, abilities, sorry. A better rate of fire, an extra shot. I think on a budget, I'll just stick to full skirmishes. You guys can just merge. Right. See what happens. Our first region conquered. Hey, they're sailing away. Looks like they're focusing instead on Britannia. That's fine. Maybe we won't see the Geats for a long time. Maybe we won't have to up sticks after all. Maybe we'll just be able to settle here. First thing we want to do though is get the home region under control though. Conquering that city has made everyone a little bit unhappy. There's a bit of instability. The last thing to do would be to take the islands in the middle and take the Danes out. But I won't do that just yet. We've got some healing to do. And what's good as well is that this is easy to just, if we do get attacked, we can just sail back over. So it's really no bother. I will tell you what I forgot to do. I forgot to move my navy again. Keep forgetting. Alright, you and just, yeah. Let's just go around unlocking various cities. There's Caesarea. What do you mean we can't see? Okay. I wonder if that weakened the Geats. Oh, the Geats have taken Wales. Ooh. They're not as strong as they were. That's good, because otherwise, I was a bit nervous. If we did stay here, but the Geats remained, the Geats would have become extremely strong. I just find they always do. They're a real powerhouse. Oh, actually, do we build this first? What's the sanitation like? Because if we build this, I'm probably going to go the way of the tavern, and that's quite squallery. Decisions. I'll chance it. I will go that way. I will do that. I will get that. Because we've got this. We have got a really good dike. So that's going to give us sanitation. Plus 3 to all regions in this province. That's really helpful. I'm going to convert this to a pasture. Because it's more money. We're sacrificing a bit of food, but if we need to, we can turn this military jetty into a fishing jetty. Because this is really quite unique, I find, in regions. This is all ports. So all these ports can have fishing jetties in a pinch and make a lot of food. And quite a bit of money too. So it's kind of like 3 things. You can have the military jetty which makes no money and food, but makes really good ships. You can have a fishing jetty which makes some money and food. And you can have a trade jetty which is all money. So it's good to focus military on one region. So, you know, if you've got loads of regions, that would be nice. We don't have that right now. But if we did, it'd be good to focus one region on making troops. But right now we need to have a balance. And unfortunately, we did the right thing. We've got an edict that makes construction costs 10% cheaper and encourages growth, which is exactly what we want, because we want to get these slots open. I might even... Oh, war dogs, yes! These things are really useful. Really useful. I'm going to get some of them. And I'm going to replace the bows with skirmishers. I did find those bows very useful in that fight. There's the Danes. I'm not going to go to war with them just yet, but it is a possibility. If we can go and take that and have a navy from here to patrol these waters, we will have an extremely secure home area. Can we get a non-aggression pact perhaps? Or can we trade? Trade we do it.
Satan.
How about a non-aggression pact? How about a non-aggression pact and £400? You misers. Okay, fine. Oh, Gaul has appeared. Yeah, don't count on the Western Roman Empire hanging on. They will not. Right, so this is going to give us some public order and some wealth. And we've got sort of 2 broad branches. We can go the economic way, which won't be worth doing really, because we don't have many of the resources to unlock these chains. Certain chains need you to have natural resources. I think you can trade for them, but certainly you need to own them. But the rewards are substantial. So if you get an amber trade or an amber market, look at the wealth you can get. 2,500 for commerce. That's bananas. Slave trade is pretty good, and a trade depot. That's a mix of food and commerce. But I'm going to focus on. I think this one. This is really good. It gives us some good units. Just don't get the others. Sorry, you're getting confused. It's got squalor. It eats 100 food, which is a lot, but it's good wealth and an extremely good public order bonus, which will allow us to make like industry buildings if we need them. Whereas the other one gives us far less money, about half, literally half. Would give us champions and give us a garrison of Harrodmen and Huskarls in here. No, I'm gonna go with the Mead Hall, I think. But then it will be really cool to have this, but I think our late game objectives would likely require us to have a Hall of Elders. No, maybe it doesn't. Is it the longest one? Warlord's Castle, yeah, and you can only build that in your capital, which will be here. It's whatever region has your capital city, which is for us Alabu, which is in Skanza. So we could only build it here if we could. But I'm not playing as if I'm going for this because this is just nuts. So I think a Mead Hall. I think I'll go with the Mead Hall. Yeah, that's what I'm going to do. So we're going to unlock livestock herds soon as well, which will be really helpful. Because if we can get that, that unlocks some more infantry for us, some Viking raiders, and some good money. So, yeah. And what can we recruit with this military jetty? Some of those artillery ships would be very nice. Yeah, we can get artillery Kuruks or Liburnians, whatever. Greek fire. Ooh. Okay. We're still Germanic pagan. Do not like. But there's no chance of converting now. This is extremely Germanic pagan. So that's just going to be the way it goes for a while. Okay, and let's have again. So I know I keep saying it, but if we can get Skanza secured, it's so out of the way. I never see the Huns come up this way in the times I've played this game. I've done a few campaigns in this game and I never see the Huns come up here. So we'll be safe from the Huns. And most factions really. I don't think my Migratory herds ever come up here. So we'll see. It's not going to be easy. We've still got to take up the Danes. But now that we have two cities, we can hopefully outspend and outproduce the Danes in time. Because it will probably be a numbers game, because we have equal level roster. With the city, we get access to better troops eventually. Oh no! Flooding. Public order -5, minus 50% wealth from agriculture. Actually, that's not too bad. We're not making an awful lot of wealth from that, and it's only for 3 turns. As far as disasters go, I'll take that for now. We can take that hit. It's alright. Okay. It's not ideal. Although I'm not at it. But yeah, it is what it is. I'm gonna get rid of these guys. Oops. Get some more skirmishes. Okay. That's a pretty decent army, I think. I think the Warhounds are quite good when they're unleashed on enemies. We'll see anyway. I haven't really used them, but I just like the idea of having them. So we'll have some of those. Are they at war with anyone? Yes. That's good. So maybe taking them out will make us put us in the good books of the Varunians and the Rugians. Oh, and the Franks like us now because of the war with the Geats, I imagine. A war with the Romans. Well, we should try and capitalise on that, I think. Ah, don't be such a miser, guys. Come on. A part of why I want it is because it encourages good relations. It could well be because we're untrustworthy. That's why they're not saying yes, because we did declare war on our ally. So that could be. Anyway, conscious of the length of the episode, guys. So I hope you enjoyed that. This is we're already on turn 10 of the Jutes. Quite a monumental first step. I didn't expect to do any conquering in the first episode, so quite pleased with how this has gone. But stick around, guys. We'll try and perhaps attempt unification of the entirety of Skanza before figuring out an expansion plan from there. But although I reckon for now it will most likely be a holding action here until we build up the region enough and our roster is strong enough that we can actually go a little bit expanding. So plenty to think about, consider and do. So don't miss any of it, guys. I'll catch you in the next one. Take care.